Hello, my lovely Libras. How are you guys? Welcome to your final days of January reading. We're going to pull two energy cards for the third week in January and two energy cards for the fourth week in January. And then I'll be pulling tarot cards on each week to go a little bit deeper. Okay. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Everything you guys need to know about me is in the description box, including how to book your own personal reading with me. Please, guys, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is for the collective Libras out there. If it doesn't resonate with you, check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus as well, okay? So, let's get into it, my lovely Libras. What is the energy from my lovely Libras the third week in January 2024? Okay, Spirit gave you three cards. No place like home. That's nice. Imagine, like that card as well. And the in between. You're going through a transformation right now, my lovely Libras. Get yourself some amethyst. This like opens up your psychic abilities. Fourth week, exchanging gifts, time for rest, take care of yourself. Okay. Somebody may be offering you something, or you may be offering. This is like an even exchange of unconditional love for me. Right? The fairy is very magical, and pets are very, they give unconditional love. Also, for some of you, pay attention to how your cats are behaving. Right? Are they like sitting, staring in a certain area, and their heads are kind of like going like this? And every now and again, their paw may go up. I know my female cat did that a lot in one apartment, and I took a picture. And if I find that picture, I will post it on my community page because I know where the picture is. It's in the cloud somewhere. And I have to go back to that time when I was living in that apartment. But there was actually an aberration of a little girl. And this little girl used to play with her. So there's, you could be connecting, opening up your gifts, of where you're starting to connect with loved ones from the other side. Okay. And it's important for you to protect yourself. Okay. And take care of yourself when you're doing that. For some of you, like, your animals love to cuddle up with you. Literally love to cuddle up with you. I know mine do. My two cats love. It's like they'll yell at me when it's bedtime. They're like, "Come on, mom, time for take a nap." Okay. There is something here. The fourth week. Okay, never ending story. This is a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern. This is something you struggle with. Okay, never ending, so because it's not like um the, I don't want to say unfinished business card, but there is a card in this deck, um Untold Symphony, I think it is, but it's about something coming back around again. For me, never ending story. Are you telling yourself that you're not deserving of love? You're not, that love is draining? Love is never balanced. Love is not a give and take. There's something here around that. Okay? Love yourself and the gifts that you hold within yourself. And balance love and work. Okay? There's something here. We're gonna dive deeper into that. I want to know more of what that never-ending story is in the fourth week. But in the third week, envision. Envision that beautiful home. Create your space with positivity. For some of you, look into feng shui, right? Um, but don't let your imagination dim. Because Spirit's telling you, you can have everything that you imagine. Don't narrow your imagination. Okay? For some of you that may be looking to downsize, what does that downsize look like to you? What does that perfect home look like to you? Because you're heading towards that direction. You're coming out of darker times. Okay? And if you have been doing shadow work, okay, Spirit wants you to know, good job, because you're heading in the right direction now. And that's important for somebody else to feel. Okay, there is that void, guys. I call it the void, where you don't feel like you're moving forward, but you know the energy is different than where you were, because you look back and see how far you've come, but it's that feeling stuck. The energy is still moving, guys. Spirit has you there for a reason, so that you take care of you. You get the rest that you need. Okay? So, what is it that you feel like is undeserved? And isn't that funny? I talked about the amethyst card, and I have not the amethyst card, getting an amethyst crystal. Thank you, Spirit. Um, and working with it, meditating with it. Okay, meditating with it. So, for my lovely Libras, this time is a deep time, guys, just so you know it. And it's not just for you, it's for all signs. Okay? All signs. I just did Capricorn's reading, and that was very deep. I did Cancer's, theirs was deep. And now I feel like this is going to be very deep as well. So for my lovely Libras, no place like home. Imagine an in-between worlds. In between worlds. Clear, clear messages, please, for my Libra spirit. You, Ace of Swords, are gaining clarity around something that's been weighing very, very heavy on you. Some of you are not getting good sleep. Some of you are being awoken out of your sleep. Some of you could be receiving painful messages in your sleep as well. Okay, it's Spirit's trying to get your attention to bring you clarity on your current situation, whatever it is. Something you committed, you could have committed your life to. Okay, this could be a marriage, doesn't have to be. Okay, this is a commitment to Spirit. By making a commitment to your spiritual practice is where you gain spiritual clarity. That's where you gain a victory over what may be tormenting you. Okay, this is like a tormenting energy to me. You know, Spirit's trying to come in, and the darkness is trying to prevent Spirit from coming through, which creates more anxiety for you, which creates interference. But stay true to your practice, and Spirit always finds a way through the darkness. Doesn't matter how dark it is. Spirit always finds its way to you if you're willing to do the work and not succumb to the darkness. Feed the light. You can choose Spirit always gives us a choice to either keep ourselves trapped, feed that darkness, feed that negativity, or feed that light. And the more you feed the light, the more Spirit shines through the darkness. I am living proof of that. And there's a lot of people that are walking this earth that are living proof of that. Told you this was going to be deep. I felt it from the very beginning. You are protected. You need to know that. Okay? You may feel like you're weathering a storm right now, but you're protected through that storm. Okay? You are protected through that storm. Knight of Wands. Following your passion, reigniting your passion. Getting to a place where you don't care how people judge you, think about you. For some of you, you could be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And here's the other thing. When you commit to feeding the light, to your spiritual path, whatever it is, it does ignite your soul. And it's like you want to share it with everybody because it's such a big awakening and it's so powerful that you want everybody to awaken. You want to help everybody to the light. But you have to get to a place where you don't care what other people think about you. And that's what the King of Wands is. The Queen of Wands, sorry. The Queen of Wands accepts her gifts and accepts who she is fully. And she knows how to work with the energies. And she dances to the beat of her own drum. And she doesn't care what other people think or have to say. Okay. Let's get into the fourth week. Okay, the exchanging gifts, the never-ending story, take a nap. I feel like the never-ending story is you don't ever take care of yourself first, Libra. You give your energy away and it energetically depletes you. And Spirit is saying, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Right? Stop doing that. All right, what is this about? The exchanging gifts, to take a nap, the never-ending story. Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, very nice. You are worthy, my Libras. Please know that. You are worthy of happiness. Okay? You are worthy. And look at this. Now we have a perfect pair. You are worthy of love. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Strength. Right? Strength. Courage. And not caring what other people think. Investing in something long term. Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Something that is going to bear fruit. Something that you can harvest. You could be keeping this to yourself right now. Okay? Or being stubborn. Holding on too tightly to your money. can prevent you from happiness. I never noticed this before. By keeping things to yourself, you keep yourself on the outside. Okay? You keep yourself hidden. There's something about you, Libra, that you're keeping hidden. Hidden from finding happiness. Maybe you were told as a child not to share your feelings, not to share your burdens, right? Because that's vulnerability. I just watched a movie the other night and I'm really kind of upset because I fell asleep during it and I really wanted to see it. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically about the old life of feelings and love and all of that are kept, right? Kept from this new society that was built. And it's like these babies are created and then they're given to these families and they get these injections every month and these injections are like done computerized, like they put their wrist over this ball before they leave the house in the day. But the purpose of these injections are to cause people not to feel feelings. And they're not allowed to touch or embrace. And it starts out with these three really good friends. And there's like a higher person in this. And Meryl Streep, of course, plays the higher person. You go, Meryl Streep. And she's one of my favorite actresses. And she decides like where these teenagers go next on their journey. And this one teenager goes to the edge. It's called the edge. She sends him to the edge. But at the edge is this house that sits on the edge that oversees. And there is a person there that must share these memories of how life used to be. Love creates pain, right? And feeling that pain is hurtful, but love is also beautiful. And snow, like there's no snow at this new place. And it's a really good movie. And that's what I feel like here is like, were you taught to cut off your feelings, to not be vulnerable, to keep things hidden within? Because I feel like that's what's preventing you from happiness, from being vulnerable, right? And that's a place that spirit is wanting you to get to so that, and it does take work, guys. It does take work so that you can reap the harvest that spirit has in store for you. This never ending story that you tell yourself is what's keeping you trapped. And that's a pattern you may want to look at. Where did you learn that behavior from? Where did you learn that pattern from? You learned it from somewhere because you weren't born with it. We're not born with these patterns, with these wounds. These wounds have been created over time by edging God out, by edging feelings out. King of Wands. Ooh. Temperance and the Seven of Wands. Have patience with the process and know that Spirit will protect you during this transformation. Okay? Spirit will protect you during this transformation. What is the advice for my Libras, Spirit? What is the advice for my Libras? Lovers. You will find love, okay? Spirit is offering you a chance to, the lovers isn't just about a relationship with another person. It's also about your relationship with Spirit, okay? And Spirit is wanting to bring you out of this never-ending story. And they're offering you this chance to commune, to have that intimate relationship with Spirit, with God, with Creator, with the universe. It is an intimate relationship. Like any other relationship, it's allowing yourself to be vulnerable with God, Creator, Spirit. It's allowing those emotions that you've been keeping to yourself out and have that intimate conversation with God, with Creator. Which brings you to a whole new level of love. Brings you to a whole new level of love. And I bet you when I ask for what that outcome is, the Ten of Cups will be there. The ending of a cycle. No longer keeping yourself trapped, keeping yourself small. Ending all the burdens, all the heavy loads you've been carrying on your shoulders, in your heart for this longest time. The death of the old way and a new way begins. Nine of Cups. What a beautiful, freeing feeling. That's what you've been wishing for. Your wish is to please free myself from these chains that have been binding me. I want more balance in my life, Spirit. I surrender to the journey. I am tired of being up in my head. I want to be free. It reminds me of that song, I want to be. How does that song go? I want to be free. You just want to be free, Libra. That's all you want, is to just free yourself from this story that you've been telling yourself, that you need to keep everything inside of you. Don't share it. Don't let others see it. Keep those skeletons in the closet. But all of that is what keeps you. Trust me, I know I was taught that as a child. Keep things to yourself. Don't share with anybody. Don't tell them. There are certain things you got to keep in your closet. But those demons, those dark things that we keep in our closet is what weigh heavy on us and grow stronger over time and shove down who we really are and keep us from loving ourselves and being vulnerable and being open. And yeah, may get hurt along the way, but we learn those lessons also from those hurts along the way, which just allow us to be more vulnerable and more open and more loving to ourselves. And Spirit brings us those people who do appreciate that vulnerability, who are on the same path as you, who want that deep, deep spiritual connection. It's time to come out and be vulnerable. It's time to free yourself from this never-ending story, because it's not your story. It's generations of stories that have been handed down through generations, And every time you heal a generational wound, you're healing the fabric of time as well, because you're healing ancestral wounds. So there you have it, my lovely Libras. I am sending you mucho, mucho love and light so that you can open the door to all the blessings that want to come in. Until next time, guys, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.